What is up, YouTube? This is Fortress Striker coming to you again for another episode here on the DBS podcast. And once again with me again, it's always my fellow comrades, my fellow brigade, the entire formality of this entire podcast, Mr. Noel.
Yo, yo.
And Mr. Yeovani.
We are the Avengers.
We are the Avengers. We are the Trio Brigade. We are the Triple Threat, whatever you want to call us. All we all know is we're better than you, and you know it.
Time to go save Princess Peach.
No, screw her. Let's go for better quality.
Right.
Now, so today,
Go save Bulma.
I can do better. All right, so today we're gonna be going ahead and have a big discussion, and that is the review of the recent anniversary boxes review that just let out since last Saturday all the way to Wednesday. And then we're going to have a brief discussion about the recent Gamerz tournament about a weekend ago. Now, first things first, before we get started, I do want to humbly apologize to all my viewers that I haven't been able to upload last week's episode. A lot of things were complicated for a few of us, so we weren't be able to do the recording. But this time we are going to do the recording. It will be uploaded this week by this time you see it, so I hope you guys enjoy. And again, I apologize. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, let's go ahead and discuss about these cards. So first things is that we got Son Goku Resolve Renew. Its effect is a counter attack, negate the attack, and play this card. Permanent, if you have 3 or more energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your deck and hand by 2. Activate name by paying 1 red energy. If your leader card is a Vegito card and you add 1 card from your life to your hand, play this card from your hand.
Broken.
11.
Okay.
Oh, you were talking about the Son Goku one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking about this the thing that brings out the secret weapon on turn 3.
Well, yeah, you could do that turn 3, but like, apparently, I was told you can get a triple strike and a double strike turn 2 for PTO cards in the deck, but yeah, it got some pretty good support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so our next card is Vegeta Resolve Renewed. Counterplay, if the battle card being played has 15,000 power or less, it is placed in the owner's drop area instead of being played and then play this card. Permanent, if you have 3 or more energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your deck and hand by 2. Activate main by paying 1 red energy. If your leader card is a Vegito card and you add 1 card from your life to your hand, play this card from your hand. Similar ideas like with the Goku, except some other abilities.
And it's a counterplay.
You know what's very interesting? That you reduce the cost of the cards in the deck. Don't you find that very interesting? Like, is there a card that we're not remembering about that like just plays Goku's or Vegeta's from deck?
Like which one?
I'm just saying, like, is there a card I'm not remembering? Because that's very interesting how they worded it. Instead of just it being in their hand, it reduces the energy cost of the cards in their deck as well.
And I think that's the first time they're doing that, just to test the waters and see how that works. And of course, you want
that makes me think that they're gonna like make some cards that play these cards from deck. Remember those? Remember from the first expansion sets, the heroes and villains.
Yeah.
The Goku and the Vegetas that came in the heroes.
Yeah.
The Goku plays the Vegeta, so that makes me wonder: are they gonna make cards that go with these cards that help you play them from your deck?
I guess what they're doing is that they're trying to make the Vegeta deck resolve well, where you can summon him quick and doing all these cool plays and everything, like when we used to have in the original first expansion back in the day. And that was during the time of set 2, which was Union Force, and Vegeta had those Goku cards and Vegeta cards that were blue, green, and red, and they did everything where they could just summon them out so they can go through the Union Patora, and they just go out and summon their big boss monsters, including the Secret Rare, especially with the new card that we're going to come up with. So let me explain that card, and then we'll have this discussion about it for a moment. So this one is Vegeta Resolve Combine. Barrier, Union Patora, if your leader card is a red Vegito card and you draw 2 cards, Son Goku and Vegeta. Activate main and battle. by paying 2 red energies. Play up to 1 Vegito card with an energy cost of 7 or less from your deck on top of this card, then shuffle your deck. Activate main by paying 4 red energies. Choose up to 1 Vegito card with an energy cost of 10 or less in your hand and play it on top of this card.
Broken.
It's just another way to just play the 10-drop secret rare.
I mean, it's the only way to play the 10-drop secret rare because no one ever plays the 10-drop secret rare.
Such a shame. It was a really good card, but then more cards adapted further. This deck has just been forgotten.
It was never used ever.
Nope. Okay. Does this does these cards ever give you like proper answers or anything, or does it still question you a lot for this, Noel?
I'm talking about I'm curious about what they're trying to accomplish by making the cards get their energy cost reduced while they're in the deck. Because as far as I know or remember, there aren't any cards that play a Goku from deck or a Vegeta from deck.
Okay. What do you think, Gio?
Thinking about what, Kevin?
What Noel just said.
Well, I mean, the Vegeta secret rare was rarely ever used before until this card. If that's what I thought I heard.
Okay.
You know, this card also works with the set 7 Vegeta. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Those.
Need to hear it later.
Okay. Alright, so then let's go ahead and continue off. So our next card is Restoration. It has a counter attack. Negate the attack, and if your leader card is a blue Android 21 card and you have a blue-green multicolor card in your energy, choose up to 1 Android 16 card with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. Now, ever since this card's released, we noticed a lot that the Android 16 blue-greens went up a bit during the buyouts.
The ramp card. Disgusting. I'm just gonna negate your attack and ramp while I'm doing it. That's dumb.
By all means. Alright, so the next card we have here is Super 17 Hell's Ultimate Weapon. Energy Exhaust, permanent. If your leader card is a blue Android 21 card.
I was gonna talk about Restoration, dude. You gotta give me a chance.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you're a little slow today, I notice.
Yeah.
I muted myself. I got a phone call. Clearly, you guys didn't hear.
Oh, dude, come on. You know we gotta do these podcasts. It's for the viewers. You know they love us.
Yeah, I know. The negate is better than the 17.
Okay.
At least.
Well, let me finish the 17, and then I'll let you have the discussion.
Okay.
How about that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we're
sure.
Okay. So during as I was saying, its permanent is if your leader card is a blue Android 21 card, negate this card's energy exhaust skill in all areas. Activate main by paying 2 blue energies, 2 green energies, and 3 non-color energies. Play this card from your energy area. Then play up to 3 Android cards with an energy cost of 5 or less from your energy area.
I feel it's like a boss monster kind of thing. I wouldn't use this card to do the active main. I would just use it as a free multicolor that I don't have to worry about putting it in tapped. More than anything.
True.
Just to have to pay 7 is a lot. Even if the deck is ramping, especially with that new restoration card. I can't think of anything that would be like crazy dumb to bring out with that effect.
Okay. Gio, you can go ahead and give your discussion. So, what do you think of both cards?
Thank you. Well, I think the negate is really, really good. It made the Android 16 card spike up in price. Like that same morning. It's really good. Like, so they take away, and we can see why they took away Violent Predator, because the amount of ramp that deck has now is like you get a bad omen on turn 3 or turn 4. It's pretty insane. And the 17, yeah, I mean, if you're playing against a slower deck, I mean, you could play it. You could play 3 Android cards or 5 or less from your energy area. So like, that signaling you could play a bad omen and 2 other cards from energy area. It's pretty insane.
I just think like it's not a bad activate main. It just asks too much energy to be paid. This isn't really set one, guys, where you're playing that Goku card and it plays like 6 energy so you can do its crazy attacks. This is just a card that you play up to 3 Android cards from your energy. But I agree with Noel. It's 7 energies or it's too much. Maybe if you pay like 2 blues, 2 greens only, and I said okay, that'd be fine. But 7, no, that's just too much. And I get it's blue and green. I get it's blue and green because I know they do add a lot of energies, and I've seen how the way that color works. But at the same time, it's just like I said, it's just not really worth all the trouble just to do all that stuff. Unless
if you're ramping, it could be turn 5, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. Of course, you do have that blue Xano Unison that lets you add up a card from your deck to energy,
which you are going to use,
of course.
So I mean, like if the negate gets you a 16 and the 16 gets you another one, and then like let's say for example you ever build a Xeno or something like that's like 3 mana you just got.
Yeah, but that only depends if you want to spend all the trouble and see it. But then people could just test the water, see how that works. So there are probably people who have done it who've been seeing how this card works during the time of this card's reveal. So we'll just wait and see.
I kind of want to buy all the SPR Android 21 cards now.
No way.
I always thought they were pretty, and now this makes me want to play the deck, knowing that the deck actually does something now.
Exactly. Okay.
It's spending a lot of money.
Right, so our next card is Shilai and Limo, the Bandits. It's Deflect, Auto. If your leader card is a green Shenron card, when this card is played, choose one. Place up to 2 cards with Dragon Ball skills from your deck into the drop area. Shuffle your deck and then draw 1 card. Or add up to 1 green Desire card from your drop area to your hand.
I like this. They surprised me when they showed these cards because I thought this is when they were going to show the BoJack cards. And
I'm glad they're finally making Chilai do something.
I mean, she always did something. Chilai Gohan was an actual deck, but I mean, the fact that you could pick up their Desire card, I forgot what it's called.
A Kind Wish.
Yeah, so you can pick up that, or pick up any green Desire card. It's pretty good.
I think that's the only green Desire card
I know.
besides this that came out.
Yeah, I know that's the one that's supposed to be a little bit similar to the it's the 4-drop black card one. I forgot its name. Alu Hope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's a lot of Chilai and Limo cards. I mean,
No, they're definitely.
It's good for the deck that's getting the build, but it was kind of bad for me because it was only about for the Sharon build, and I was like, for real.
I feel like the deck has. I think this solidifies the identity of the deck more. Because before it was more like a green wish leader that you put green good stuff in. You really didn't. There wasn't really like a skeleton for the deck. It was just put green good stuff in the deck.
Okay. So the next card we have here is Allied Reinforcements.
This is broken.
Permanent discard against Desire in all areas. Activate main if your leader card is a Chilai BR/Lima BR card and you choose 1 card in your hand and discard it, choose 1. If you have no cards in your battle area, play up to 1 green Broly BR card with an energy cost of 4 from your deck and up to 1 green Chilai BR or Limo BR card from your deck, then shuffle your deck. Or you could play up to 1 green Chilai BR or Limo BR card from your drop area.
I think this is phenomenal. Like I said, I think these cards have solidified the deck's identity more instead of just playing good green stuff. I really like the fact that you just don't bring out Broly BR. I like how you can either bring out a Chilai or a Lemon.
Yeah, that makes it like more versatile. I mean, I was hearing that there was like a turn where you could like make people discard 4 or 5 cards. But pretty
Good card. Just again, it's only for like the wish leader, and just kind of wish it was like it was said. If it said that or a Broly leader, I would be like, okay, that's pretty good. That makes both decks look pretty nice, but it just requires for
I
adjustment.
mean, that would be broken if you could do any of the Broly leaders with this card.
I want it to. That's what I want.
No,
Yes.
you can't have anything if I can't have it.
You had everything. I want something more from me for once.
Frieza called. That deck's pretty good.
No, of course,
Yeah.
of course, Frieza call.
Where's my tier 1 Boo deck, huh? I don't see it. Huh?
Yeah, where's his tier 1
I
Mr.
see
Boo
your
deck?
tier 1 Frieza deck. You always have a tier 1 Frieza deck at least once every format. Where's my tier 1 Boo deck once every format, huh?
Yeah, it's called Mr. Boo.
I mean, Bibbidi set 9. You had 2 weeks.
I said, yeah.
And
2
Gio had to
weeks.
create it.
I said
for
a
you.
format. A format doesn't last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
my
Gio
friend.
had to create it for you, and he had to post that to everybody he told, and then everyone started doing his ideas.
Half of that is a lie.
Where's your proof, son?
We'll never know. Anyway,
All right, so
but
yeah,
so we have Bojack.
okay.
So tell me, did this you have the deck, Kevin?
Okay,
Most of it.
so I did
I
went out and start buying Bojack when I also bought Broly because I did want to get this leader out. So I'll read this card and I'll tell you why this card should have came long ago for the reason why this leader was just doing bad at the time. But now with this, it makes it better. So Bojack Galactic Disruptor has 2 activated means. First one is if you have 2 or more Bojack Brigade cards in play in your battle area, play this card from your hand. Then you can't play copies of this card for the turn. The second one, which is the main key point of the entire deck, is if your leader card is a yellow Bojack card on its front side, if you have 2 or more energy and you discard this card from your hand, flip your leader to his backside, then draw 2. You see, it didn't have no untap 1, draw 1, no draw 2, no untap 2. It just said just flip this card and that was it.
I don't know why they ever did that. That was just horrendous. That was really bad design, Bandai.
Stupid.
I don't know why you do that.
I won't lie, but I think it didn't need the draw 2. To be honest with you, testing the waters with that deck, you lose a lot of good cards in your hand to do all these plays, and it kind of puts you in a huge disadvantage if you don't know how to do the right key plays, like what Peter Katani is like teach other players to do. Because I've seen him like teach a guy during a tournament once with me. They just had to forfeit because it was like more of a cheating thing in the middle of a tournament. Right? And
to be honest, I think they should have just rebooted the leader. I don't think they should have had gone out of the way to make these. At least to make this Bojack Galactic Disruptor card. They
worked everything in a way to make sure you do all these things. But here's another good thing, though, and I'll say why it's good. Because it's a free 3-drop, and you get to use it to go and evolve it from the 8-drop. So it's a free Bojack card either way. So you don't have to pay amount of energy to play.
You just discard it and awaken? That sounds good to me.
I mean, that's all you need to do. After that, that's it. And plus these extra combo. But you don't need to play like 4 copies.
Doesn't the Bojack leader do the same thing on both sides? It doesn't do anything different.
It's close, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have just rebooted the leader.
We can't reboot every single leader.
I mean, just reboot all the bad ones. Wow.
That's true.
A good 50% of them are bad.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I guess Bandai needs to get this shit together.
Oh.
They do. You just can't.
Yeah, it's called
boosting
Gohan and giving Gio happiness.
Amen. Exactly.
Hey, where's my reboot Boo leader? Damn it!
You got enough Boo leaders. Hey, you know what? We rebooted Bobbity and back in set 2. You know why? Because screw you. We do what the hell we want.
Wait a minute. They did give you a new Boo leader. Well, Agents of Destruction. Talk about.
We're not there yet, guys. We'll get there when we get there, guys. Let's chill. So the next card is Violent Rush Zanya. If your leader card is a Bojack Brigade card, when this card is used in a combo from your battle area, it gets plus 5,000 power combo for the battle. The second auto effect is at the end of the battle where this card is used in a combo from the battery, return it to the owner's hand.
Busted.
Love it. Reusable. Straight up amazing.
Yeah. The two yellow cards are really good for the deck.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use Samasa Super Combo, I guess, for the next card to make it easier on yourself to a rival, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they give the deck support, and I don't know if it's enough support, but they gave the deck support for it to be better than what it was. Because the second the deck is kind of like really good, or if quote unquote busted, they'll just ban the SR. So, because that SR is kind of impressive.
Yeah. Alright, so the next card is a multicolor card. Violent Rush Bojack, blue and yellow. Energy Exhaust Barrier, unique. Ages blue yellow. Once per turn, arrival blue yellow by paying 1 yellow energy. Auto, when this card activates its Ages blue yellow skill, draw 1 card.
Power. No
I
bother.
don't know how I feel about this card.
It sucks.
It has so many keywords just for you to arrival and then discard a card. So you neg a card or two trying to arrival it. Then you have to neg another card just to draw another card.
And then another card.
I mean, I'd rather play the old Bojack from the expansion with the Zamasu Super Combo and do the same thing.
Wait, doesn't the Bojack SR evolve with that or something?
I didn't play the deck, I don't know.
I don't know. I never liked the multicolor Bojack cards. I just think they were kind of meh to me.
I mean, the rival one, the old one, is really good now. With
Yeah, the
other decks.
I don't know.
I mean, you could play the Goku and Kid rival from set 10.
I prefer that
Get
card.
blockers.
I prefer
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna make blue yellow for the Bojack set to make it the multicolor, I mean, add a little bit more, like give a little bit more support to the deck. You know, like give more blue yellow if it's other guys. Hey, maybe give us like their versions of their ultimate form, because we only got Bojack and Goku. Just the only 2 characters from the movie who did show their true forms, besides the other 3. But you know, why not just play the test water since DBS is very creative. You know, it's however you want to see it.
Well, let's talk about the most exciting new archetype that's going to probably get people to whine.
And made
Huh?
Noel divine.
Yes, we're talking about AOD. Come on down.
All right.
I have a godhood people.
Let's go ahead. So first things first is the front leader, Bobbity, leader of the Agents of Destruction. Permanent. Treat Agent of Destruction cards in your hand as if they had no specific cost. You see, I read that very slowly, Gio. Okay.
Yes.
Auto effect. When this card attacks, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then look up to the top 5 cards from your top of your deck. Add up to 1 card with Agent of Destruction in its card name to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Awaken. When your life is 4 or less, you may draw 1 card, switch up to 1 of your entries after and flip this card out. And then awakens into Majin Buu, leader of the Agents of Destruction. Sorry, I didn't pronounce it. Let me say it again. Majin Buu, leader of the Agents of Destruction.
I'm gonna kill you.
Look,
Stop
we got
pronouncing
Trailer
that.
Man.
It's Trailer Man, Majin Buu.
Stop saying it wrong.
Sorry, fine. Mr. Majin Buu, leader.
I'm gonna kill you, kid.
I dare you to try it. Oh wait, you're in Utah. Who do I care? Permanent.
Anyway.
The same thing. It's still a permanent effect that resolves from the front, so you can still continue using that effect. It has 2 activated means. First one, once per turn, choose 1 Agent of Destruction card with an entry cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. Second activated mean, once per turn by paying 3 energies, choose 1 Unison card with an Agent of Destruction in its card name in your hand and play it with 3 markers on it.
Yes, which is the Vegeta under the loop.
The Regeki double strike critical. Cool.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys.
yeah.
But let's explain why this card is the whole key point to why Rainbow AOD is so good.
I can't wait. Rainbow AOD. Hey, Bandai has made another deck that is really interesting. It does something unique. But it's gonna be like a cheap deck because I mean, the build I'm playing or gonna test is like you just run most of the new stuff.
Hey, it wasn't cheap when some of these cards went up of price for a moment. Lamau.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, the Boo Seeker Rare went from $80 to like $250.
I was posting that. I posted that
I-
meme, and everyone was telling me
cried.
nobody is saying that. Everyone can tell me, and then I post the meme. Nobody's bothering to play that card. You don't have to, which is true. But at the same time, there are players who don't know that, and they still don't care. They want to test their waters, like I say. And it's just fun, seeing people like being sad and happy, especially for Noel when I tagged him, because I knew he was the one who was suffering the most. And I thought he had it, but when he told me he didn't, I was more pissed at him because I wanted him to get it because I do support him having Busa because he deserves it. But the fact he didn't and lied to my face, well, it makes me want to go all the way to you and stop in the face with a chancleta.
Well, let me say this. At
That's
least
sandals
this
in
leader
Spanish,
is
people.
this leader is way better than the red old leader that was not good at all. So like,
Watch them reboot that leader.
and I mean, at this point that they could, but like this deck has an easy time awakening at 4 on turn 2, and just doing a lot of different things. The whole deck is like it searches its pieces that it wants, because you could on turn 1 you could mana the Bobbity and then patch Yak for the Bobbity so that you can go search a different card or whatever, if I remember right. But the extra card is also really cool because it lets you get 2 agents to your hand, and you get to play that card for free when you have the 1-drop Bobbity out. The deck likes to search itself, search its pieces. It's a really interesting deck.
Noel, I swear, if this card doesn't satisfy you, then don't even bother playing this game.
I love this leader. I love the artwork on all the cards, especially the flip side of the leader. So good.
Okay.
I'm
So-
still upset that none of my blue chains work though, except for the black.
Yeah, I mean, like you could throw it in there. It just doesn't seem consistent. Like most of the stuff I've seen now, they just don't run the blue chain. If anything, they just run the secret rare by itself if they're running it. Oh, a cool thing though to note with this deck, since your unison is green, I've seen people play the Frieza counterplay in the deck with the Zamasu drop off scorecard. So that's a really neat interaction.
Nice. My
Since
question.
a lot of the
My question will be, can you play the SS3 Broly Agent Destruction? I just want to clarify. I just really want to know about that.
Oh, the secret rare?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, but you would have to play a 7-drop green boss monster.
I see.
Yeah, and that's not really that hard to do. In fact, I remember there was an old combo that I forgot what specific card could get you into the Gohan successor, into the Broly Secret Rare or something like that. There's ways of doing so.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about these next big cards. Of course, it's going to be my favorite one, which I'm going to get for my Frieza deck, because Frieza is more important than Majin Buu. Vegeta Resolute Agent of Destruction. A unison card with a 4 markers. Double strike, critical, auto. Choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. When this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignore barrier, and KO them. 2 markers. First one +1. Activate main. This card gets 5,000 power for the turn. Second marker, paying -5. Activate main. If your leader card is an evil wizard card or all of your energy is mono green, choose 3 cards in your opponent's hand and discard them.
Yeah, green is just having the monopoly on all the good green unisons, right?
Just bring
Alright.
all the hand destruction. Just bring everything to their knees and hands. It's awesome, and I know people don't see it, and it's obviously not a real thing. But if you think about this clearly, before he turned traitor, Vegeta was technically working for Frieza, making him sort of like a Frieza army, even though he's not. Just hear me out. Let's say he is sort of doing it. And if I take that little M away, take little Bobbity out, just put Frieza, put a little F right there, then yeah, there we go. Then there you go. We got just a little F. Frieza army
You,
Vegeta.
you know that you bring up an interesting idea, Kevin. It would be really cool if they made a Vegeta with Frieza army tag before he became a good guy, or even tried to fight back at Frieza when he was still working under him. That'd be a very interesting archetype if they had Vegeta cards that had the Frieza army tag on it.
The only downside is it's mostly going to show him when he's a kid anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Frieza's call into Vegeta. Nani?
Exactly. So.
The citizens very, very, very good.
Yeah, but it is a really good card. Having all this all this power ups and everything, it's just so amazing. Especially that auto effect. It's just really, really amazing. I really love this card. Plus, you can also use this when you play this in the Frieza deck because it has that discard effect. You can go ahead and just send out the Dodoria and just special summon it and then activate the Frieza pod. So you actually already get a plus anyway.
If you think about it, AOD literally got the best unison so far.
For green, no. It's tied with Meta Cooler.
It's in between. It's in between them because depending on like how which works, and I know some people might have to like work their way to see which one could substitute out the Bardock, and I don't know if people really want to get rid of that Frieza Zeno because it is very good and very really reluctant.
Demigod unison, like green just has all the good unisons.
They've pretty much run the territory of the colors, at this point. I know, because we've already discussed how Frieza and Vegix are the #1 decks, and Vegix is a very top tier deck, but Frieza did get like not just Frieza, the green cards got like better support for them because they not just support like one deck, they supported every other color deck. Gohan, what else do we have?
Green Goku from set 10.
Green Goku set 10. Like anything you put up and you make up, and they already gave you like the best support for it. Like Vegix should support themselves, and they already have over them, yeah, but but still they just mostly consider themselves, other than just other color decks.
The thing is that the green counterplay is like probably the second best one after the Trunks. So the fact that they have all the really good unisons, their counterplay is like top notch. The negate dormant is top notch. Like green back a lot of in the set.
Yeah. Hey, look who's here! It's Angel.
Who's here? Oh, get out of here! We don't want you here. You're uninvited. You're unwanted.
Yeah, and this is why your community rebels back at you.
Pretty much.
No, it's not.
Alright. Can you hear us, Angel?
You cannot hear us.
You cannot hear us. That's cool.
What?
Hey, there you go. How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up?
What's up, man? Welcome to the podcast, and you're the season finale. We're just talking about the anniversary box card. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're just talking about like the half point of the cards, but we'll go ahead and continue the discussion. And our final discussion will be talking about Gamerz. So since you're here and you went to Gamerz, we want to hear your opinion, but we'll save that for later on in the episode.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I really don't. I have more questions of how their safety precautions were and stuff like that, more so than the actual.
But we'll say that. But we'll say that for later. So let's go to the next card. So he's back. He's back. Oh God, yes, he's back.
They revived my boy.
It's Turles, the chaotic agent of destruction, in blue form. Barrier and unique. Auto effect: when this card attacks, look up the top 5 cards of your deck. Add up to 1 card with an agent of destruction in its name among them to your hand. Then shuffle your deck.
It's really good because it's just a 1 mana, 15k plus when he swings. He looks top 5s, adds another agent to your hand, and then you can if you can add Garlic Jr., summon him for 1, search another agent with its effects negated, which most often time is searching the slug, so it's It
They
just
finally put garlic in the game. I'm so happy.
That.
so
Also, let me
it's
say
really
one
it's a
thing,
really,
and one thing. I'm sorry to do, but I will say this: if I have to say, out of all the artwork, this is the best one. Look at that design.
I mean, they showed the real life card in foil.
Like, look at that design with the blue flames coming out of him and everything. It just makes me think,
I mean,
damn,
this is
why'd you
a
ban this guy,
collector.
guys? Bring him back already.
This is like gonna be a collector's dream picking up this whole deck because the artwork on these cards. It's some of the best artwork we've had in this game.
Oh yeah, exactly. Bandai knows what they're doing with certain artworks. I can't actually deny it. They actually do a good job. It's just a shame when they do that right artwork, they just put the wrong era.
Yeah, I mean, this artwork is way better than the set 6 agents from back then.
Yeah, set 6.
Yeah, I said so.
I kind
I
of,
thought you
you
said
know how the set 6 agents have like the M behind the energy cost.
Yeah, they even put it.
I wish they had done that with these cards. That would have been sick.
You know, I looked at my old card and they actually had an M on their energy number, and they don't even do it on this one, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's what he just said. Yeah.
I don't know, you guys make no sense to me. Anyway,
This guy.
So
God.
the next we got Hatchiak.
Hatchiak,
So-
Vengeful Agent of Destruction. Activate main by paying 1 energy. Discard this card from your hand. Play up to 1 Evil Wizard Bobbity card with an energy cost of 1 from your deck, or drop it, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Auto effect: when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less, send it to the owner's ward, then place up to 3 battle cards from your opponent's drop area at the bottom of their deck in any order.
So this is
This is
your
my
starter
favorite
card. This is the starter card for the deck. Like I was saying, like, you could just mana the Bobbity, pay the mana to search the Bobbity, and then get your whole thing going and stuff like that. Oh, this card's also very good in the Bibbidi and Flip the Jax 2 deck.
This is why it's
It
my
could-
favorite card.
It could search the 1-drop black Bobbity as well, since he is an Evil Wizard Bobbity.
It just has any Bobbity, so it's so good.
Yeah, it's a really good card. It's the engine starter. It does a lot, and even if it gets played, the effect is really good. So
It's very reluctant, it's very good with the search. I really do enjoy how this card is. It really shows how promising that it is one of the key components for the deck.
it's nuts.
Okay. Alright. So our next card is a real doozy one, folks. It's the Agent of Destruction Strike Back. Permanent, this card gains Agent of Destruction in all areas. Activate main.
So yeah.
Activate
I'll let you finish. Sorry.
Exactly. Activate main. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck and add up to 2 cards with Agent of Destruction in their card names among them to your hand. Then place the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. And you can activate copies of this card for the turn. If you added cards to your hand, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand.
Yeah, it helps you self-awaken on turn 2 if you choose to awaken that early. You can also play this card for free when you have the Bobbity out because it's an Agent of Destruction. Look at you, Bandai, making it so easy. And apparently, I was told on the Hatchiak, if you have the Bobbity out, you could just send them to the top area for free. So I'm like, yeah, this deck is pretty long. Pretty long. So it's a really good search card. You add it's 2 agents. It's not 1, but you get 2, and it also says if you added cards to your hand, add up 2. So it seems like the life is optional. That's the only thing that I'm waiting to see over there. But it's this card just snapped. Adding 2 cards and a life.
Yeah, it's really good. Just so no confusion for you guys, just make sure that you just remember that this card is yellow. But then again, this idea of the deck is that it just prevents any color to be tested. So you could basically just it's the idea of rainbow. So it just
Rainbow.
It's the best rainbow deck.
It is until maybe sometime in the future, but we won't. But that won't be until like a long time.
Remember Rainbow U7 Frieza?
Rainbow U7 Gohan, hit veggies from set 7.
Rainbow
was also
Shenron.
Rainbow.
Shenron.
Yeah, Shenron Veggies. Yeah, that was also another rainbow deck.
The good old days. And then everything changed when Noel came in and to Utah. Sorry, I meant cool stuff.
Oh no. Anyway,
True.
so we have Brawly Invincible Agent of Destruction. Go on, Kev.
Activate main by paying 1 energy. Discard this card from your hand. Add 1 card with Agent of Destruction in its card name from your drop area to your hand. Auto effect. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less, KO it, then look up the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card among them to your hand, then place the remaining cards in your drop area.
So yeah, it just adds recyclability to the deck, you know, and you know, he could also summon him for 2. So
You can summon him for free if you wanted to.
I mean, sure, you know,
You can actually, you can summon all of them for free, right? None of them is a 4 cost besides the unison. I don't know. You could technically just play them for free once per turn when you're awake.
I mean, the leader makes the unison a 3-drop, so not even the unison's 4.
Yeah, but you still have to pay to play the unison. That was what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, so paying 3.
What I'm saying is that like none of them is a 4-drop. So like if you have that 1-drop Bobbity that turns to 4 drops and a 3-drop, you wouldn't be able to play it for free because it's still considered a 3-drop. What I'm saying is all the new agents are 3-drops. So if you have the Bobbity out, you can play any of the new agents for free once.
Just the Hatch and the Brawly are 3. Turtles is a 2. Brawly Jr. is a 2. Android 13 is a 2. Slugs a 2. Which is the key point of this deck, because they're all 1 mana 15Ks.
Okay.
Anyway.
Alright. Yeah. So the next one is a very good card that I really liked, and we had a good discussion about this yesterday. So
Super combo.
Lured Slug, Mighty Agent of Destruction. Super combo unique. Auto, when your opponent activates a counterplay skill, they choose 2 cards from their hand and discard them. That's it. This card just hurts you so much the moment your opponent just plays any counterplay and it just hurts them and then lose any way to possibly make a comeback or find a way to do anything that can hurt you in the next turn. You know, and the fact that you're only allowed to play 1 in the deck is, you know, it's one thing, but I think it's kind of fine.
I mean, no, you could play 4. It's just you could only have 1 on the field.
Yeah, that's true. But of course, like, it depends on like how you're gonna run it. Like, because I know you were telling me that it doesn't let you draw, but then then again, we had some cards that doesn't let you draw, and they still do like all these crazy things just to,
you're
just
running
to
it
hurt
at 4.
Your choice is
running it at 4.
You could run it at 4 if you want to. You could choose to run it at 2.
No. The most optimal deck is gonna run it at 4. The fact that it's a 1 mana 15k attacker.
Then again, we had that
9K.
we were discussing yesterday, like saying like you'd rather like have some draw power and play 1 of this. But...
No. After playing with the deck more, you're playing for something.
Of course, because
Well-
obviously you say one thing before you do something in the test waters.
Yeah, I know.
May I butt in here?
Huh?
May I butt in here with this card?
Yeah, go ahead.
What I find ridiculous with this is, I don't know if a lot of people are going to do this in Agents, is this card is actually searchable. Like,
Yeah, with Carly Jr. Yes. I was
no,
about to say that.
you search it with Assimilate. It is a Namekian. So for 0 mana, you can literally search this card out turn 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so-
of course. I was also going to mention that, but the agent deck is going to play something.
Well, you'd be surprised. You can get the Slug out. You can get the old. Didn't Slug have an agent before this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can grab the old one. Just saying, it's cute tech.
It's just
Yeah,
the
I was
only
gonna
ones that
mention
joined the Agent of Destruction thing when in this set was just the Garlic Jr. and the Hatchet. That's just added recently. Other than that, everything else was used before back in set 6.
And the unique tag isn't really it doesn't make it bad. It's just ways to get it off the field. So. It's just really.
I've like go with 4, go with that, or just if you do want to draw like what if Gio wanted to do originally planned. Now you don't have to, but it's how you choose to. Just play maybe 2 of each. Yeah, that's not a bad number, you know, so you don't have to like lose the chance to actually hurt your opponent's hand, and you also get to draw. But however you want. I mean, people have been playing 4 Android 18s with Frieza or whatever, and you know it doesn't matter that you didn't draw from that card or not. They have other ways to draw. So because the idea, you just want to make sure that as long as you got what you need and you hurt your opponent down and you lock them out in some way, you pretty much have the advantage. So, and especially when you have Slug here for hand destruction, you're gonna have Janemba for milling. You're gonna have whatever card that's gonna use to hurt your opponent, so you can go ahead and beat them down maybe by turn 2 or 3. That's the way to resolve with this deck. That's how it works. It just, the idea is to have, you know, why Bobity's there. He controls all of the most evil forces from like in any multiverse in the Dragon Ball Saga, and just have them all annihilate and destroy anyone that gets in the way. You know.
Wait. Does that mean, so if he controls all the most evil forces in Dragon Ball, doesn't that mean we can get Agent of Destruction Zamasu?
I don't think Gods would work that way, because he never controlled the Supreme Kais, and technically Zamasu is technically a Supreme Kai in training, but part of the Supreme Kai group. And he's also a God, so I think Gods are the only ones that he can't control. He was only evil because he was blinded by his path of rage of seeing how immortals, because it doesn't have to be human. Anything that's non-divine has a way of just destroying peaceful things and annihilation. I mean, if you see in the series, he has that cabin world and he has nature come alive. He's like, he respects nature. He doesn't respect destruction and chaos in everything, you know. That's why he wants to eradicate humanity and anything else that just uses force, you know. That's why he
okay, so then my question is where's my Majin Frieza? I want a Majin Frieza then.
Unfortunately, I think Zeno took over for that. Like the whole Xenoballs.
You're getting Zeno in set 11, so 1 second.
That what?
You're getting Boo Zeno in set 11.
Yes, give me. I want Janembu. Give me Janembu.
Give me more Frieza Zeno support. Give me more.
So we're gonna go to the busted counterplay with the agents deck has.
Okay, so the next one here is Android 13 and Exterminating Agent of Destruction. Counterplay, if your leader card has Agent of Destruction in its card name, if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, it is placed in its owner's drop area instead of being played. Play this card, and then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. Auto, when this card is played, shuffle up to a total of 2 Evil Wizard cards and or cards with Agent of Destruction in their card names from your drop area into your deck.
That's 1 mana counterplay that stops the card from being played. Did discard 1, and you can add 2 cards back to the deck. Hello?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
It's very disgusting. Very
And
devastating.
and if you just wanted to, it's a 1 mana 15k to swarm the field. So.
Exactly. So now the next one we have is another counterplay, and making his official debut in the Dragon Ball card game. Garlic.
Well, I mean, he's the MVP of the deck. Like, he's
Garlic
what makes this deck.
Control Agent of Destruction. Counterattack, negate the attack, and play this card. Auto effect. When this card is played, play up to 1 Agent of Destruction card with an energy cost of 2 other than copies of this card from your deck with its skill negated for the turn. Then shuffle your deck.
So ideally, you want to get the slug off from Garlic Jr. Other times, if that's not an option, you'll get Turtles and so those are like the 2 main targets you're getting off this card. But or what you can do if you want to be make an offensive play on offense, you can summon for 1 and still get the same effect because you don't have to negate the attack to get that effect until he's played. So you can play him instead of that swarming effect.
I love this deck. It's so good.
Too bad you can't afford it.
Yes, I can.
We'll see.
I got a new job. I make a lot of money now.
Sure you do. Okay.
So we got
So that
got
completes
Pilaf.
all the Agent of Destruction cards. These were very amazing and everything.
I mean, outside of the skillist cards in the set, they were the best cards. In
There's
Soul
one
Set.
more Agent of Destruction card, you fool.
You're right. Let me go straight to it. And you know who he is? It is Janemba, the wicked Agent of Destruction. He is a blue unison with 2 marks. He has 3 mark abilities. The first one with 0 cost. Activate main. You and your opponent draw 1 card. Then your opponent places the top card of their deck and they're dropping.
Don't forget to say the name.
I already did, Janemba. Active.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Well, that is your fault. The second mark effect, pay by +1. Activate main. This card gains critical for the turn. And his third mark, paying -2. Activate main/battle. If your opponent has 15 or less cards in their deck, this card gets 15,000 power and triple strike for the turn.
Janemba
Yes.
finally got a finisher. Lamau.
Yeah.
There's only one downside to this deck.
It's funny because this unison actually works better in the blue starter deck Vegeta. Probably,
Nani?
But
Yeah.
there is
You
one.
summon him for
yeah,
you
but-
summon him for 3, and you basically. Yes, you I'm sorry. You summon him for 2, and then you +1, and then it gains crit, and then the leader gives it triple strike. So it's triple strike crit.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wait, I thought the leader gave it triple attack.
No, the leader gives triple strike.
No.
Pilaf is the leader that gives triple attack.
I would say there's only one downside for Janemba support here.
I mean, it's alright in Janemba. It's okay.
I know, but you didn't let me know. Let me tell you what the answer was.
Tell me.
It's Vegix, because how are you gonna mill a deck when you know it loves to mill?
You activate the -2 when
No, shh.
they're less than 15, and you
get
make sure that
nothing.
they don't mill themselves out.
You get nothing. You get nothing. Vegix is the answer against
Yeah,
Janemba.
but like you have to out combo
No.
1 or 2 Vivities. That's pretty hard.
Well, another thing now is that Vegix, yeah, they like to mill, but they put them closer to losing to triple strike because this card activates when there are 15 or less cards in the deck.
No way.
Yeah, Noel just said that.
I didn't hear him say that.
No one does.
Yeah, it's funny. He's outcasted.
You've been replaced. Don't worry. Angel will make sure everything will be A-okay for you and your buddy Majin Buu.
I'll kill you.
See, there you go. He's right there.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Edit that,
enough of the
Anyway.
agents. Let's go straight to the next cards. So we got another unison. It's my boy Jiren, Legend of Universe 11. Downside,
Pilaf's new best friend.
he's red. Damn it. He is a 3-mark red card. His auto effect is when your opponent plays a battle card or unison card, you may choose that card and it gets negative 10,000 power for the turn. If you do, negate this skill for the turn. First mark, +1, activate main, this card gains double strike for the turn. Second mark, pay -3, activate battle, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore barrier, and it gets negative 25,000 power for the turn.
I mean, Pilaf loves this guy. You give him the +1 double strike, and then the leader gives it triple attack, double strike. Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. Pretty bonkers.
You ever feel like the red Jiren cards are always more aggro enough than they were in their yellow support?
Yeah. They tend to be aggressive cards. Like, look at Topo, the old one. It would swing at every single battle card unless you negated.
I remember the original Jiren red card.
Yeah.
Man, those were the good old days.
It's a really good unison.
Yeah, it is really
Like
good.
it's just another. It's like Red just has like toolbox unisons. It's interesting.
Is it good for like most red decks, or just like aggro red decks, like like what Pilaf and Yamcha can do?
I mean, I think Yamcha still wants to probably play Shingenron over this. Yeah, I mean, it'll go like Pilaf loves it because he gets double strike on his own, and then he can get a triple attack and remove his board to put more people on board. So it's just it really synergizes with that deck.
Okay. So our next card is Frieza, Irate Emperor. Activate main by paying 5 red energies. If there are 5 or more red extra cards in your drop area, play this card from your hand. Auto effect: if your leader card is a red Frieza army card and there are 2 or more mono red extra cards in your drop area, when this card is used in a combo, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets negative 10,000 power for the turn.
It gives the deck finally a combo card that is worth comboing. Besides getting a free 25k. Yeah, it has stuff going for it. What do you think, Noel?
I don't think much of it. I just think it's whatever.
It's okay. Kind of just let you see the old school red Frieza army cards come back again.
So rather play the other Frieza, not like make it so that your opponent can't play anything, or they have to take a life or whatever.
Well, there's not much interest here, so we'll go on to Planet Vegeta's final moment.
Yeah, so Planet Vegeta's final moment is a counterattack. Negate the attack, then if your leader card is a red Frieza BR card, choose all of you and your opponent's leader cards and battle cards, and they get negative 10,000 power for the turn.
It's a really interesting. I mean, I like it. It seems like it's like a technical card, but
I feel like this is like a 2 of. Well, no, because hold on. So if you neg everything, and so like let's say they have a 20k on field, right? Thing, and you negate, it turns into a 10k, and then they can't swing with all the other things that's under 15. So then if you negate again, you just kill everything, and they can't even attack the leader because the leader would be negative 5,000 power. So that's actually really good. Now that I think about it,
I mean, the deck has access to Frieza's Death Ball that negs leaders 10k. So if you can, is this for the turn or the battle?
It just negates the attack.
So okay, so if
it's
you
mostly
just wanted
during
to
the battle.
neg your leader with this card, and then they go again, for whatever reason, you could just neg the leader with Frieza's Death Ball or a battle card. Like, there's some synergy there.
I feel like they answered Frieza's problem, Frieza's problem with swarm decks, because let's say they're going against veggies, right? They can just be like, okay, cool, you swing with your 20k, crit kill. All right, I'm gonna negate and neg everything by 10. Oh, okay, cool, you're swinging again. Okay, cool. Negate again. Just get rid of your whole board. And then the veggies can't save the Champa that helps them combo away because it's being negged. So it would be constantly being negged. You wouldn't be able to save it. You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, but you still need to go first in the matchup. Because if they went first, then they'll go back. But the other thing is that skillless would crap all over this deck. So I mean, maybe they give it answers for that.
I would say one thing though about this card, it only just hits leaders and battle cards, but it doesn't hit unisons though.
They're not gonna make anything that directly hits unisons because they're trying to promote unison.
I mean, they did release removal and the 9-drop yellow brawly, only 2 cards that interact with games.
I guess it maybe like until like maybe the next set or two, they'll probably have a card that says, "Hey, counter against this unison." It's pretty good.
So this card actually makes me really want to put back my Frieza Prison deck together. Now that I thought about it real hard.
Then what's stopping you?
Well,
oh, that's right, Majin Buu. That's what.
So, who's next? We got Janemba, Raging Incarnate of Evil.
So another support back to the Janemba deck. So deflecting critical. Auto, when this card is played, activate this skill. At the start of your opponent's next turn, switch up to 3 of your mono blue energy to activate, then draw a card.
I mean, that's really good. You could have a Janemba instead of a defense. So, and it has deflect. The good keywords.
It's pretty much that's what the deck does. It just has deflecting crit all the time. It's obvious purpose just to
feel
hurt
like-
you down anyway.
Yeah, I feel like this is. Now that I think about it, kind of turns Janemba into SS3. Untap 3 mono blue energy. Kind of dumb.
This is something I kind of wanted Frieza to be like, kind of a little bit like Janemba, but like with the hurting the hand destruction and doing crits. You know, that's why I kind of wanted it, but they never added one card. Like that's why I wanted that one drop Dodoria that does that's like the Kaba, but instead of being the Kaba, I wanted that to be the intensifying Trunks. You know, so I can hurt my opponent more, and I can suffer weaken.
Oh, yeah.
But the crit cards aren't that good anymore. The
I know.
double strikers are better.
Yeah,
That's a good
but I like to hurt my opponent so he doesn't get anything, and I do play the Chompa in my deck because I do want to double strike crit my opponent really bad.
Yeah, they just need to make a Frieza that's a 1-drop crit. But you can't do that because the only green 1-drop crit is Sun Gohan Saiyan. Can't play Saiyan.
I know.
I mean, surprise attack freeze is a crit guy. So.
Yeah, but then yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there are ways you can do it. I mean, the unison lets you KO a battle card and you can summon it for free, so that's fine and all.
And the counter play as well.
And the fact the leader makes your unison a crit when it's awakened on the other side. But either way, like I already have like a tech card in it as well, which is the Shenron Magistry from the starter deck. You can just make it one of your cards and create crit and 5k. So
Yeah. Alright, so moving on. Combo attack Janemba.
activate main, burst 2, choose one evil incarnate card or demon card in your battle area other than copies of this card and return it to its owner's hand. Play this card from your hand, then add 2 cards from your life to your hand. You can't play copies of this card for the turn.
I think it's just there.
Pretty much.
Truth be told. Noel, you play Janemba, tell me.
Yeah, it's just there. The Janemba really didn't care for awakening. It's gonna make you. It's gonna. Or 3, right? It was 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make you mill 3 on both sides anyway. It really didn't need a self at all. It's still right. Front side.
So,
I find it funny that it has to mill just to do all these things so you can self-weaken so you can go ahead and mill your opponent. The irony.
alrighty.
Alright, so the next one is Goku. The legendary fusion warrior. He kind of looks like, you know, I'm just gonna say, like, before I read this, he just for some reason when I look at this card, I'm thinking of Krillin more than Goku. Like it should have been Krillin and Hercule. But then
I when I look at it, I see a chick with an afro and a fat mustache.
Oh my god. Its auto effect is when this card is played, add up to 1 green card with an energy cost of 6 or less and a Union Fusion skill from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Activate main by paying 1 green energy, place this card in its owner's drop area, then choose 1 card in your hand with a Union Fusion skill and reveal it. For each character name required for the reveal card's Union skill, add up to 1 card with a matching character name and energy cost between 3 and 7 from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Nothing?
This card makes me think they're gonna reboot that one green Gotenks leader because that leader is just absolutely horrendous.
Agreed. But I really hope so because they did mention in the next cards about that later. Because it made no sense. Why would you make that leader and it never had the ability to use fusion like what Vegeta did? I never understand why.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and to the next card unless Gio has anything to say.
What? Are we on Gotenks stuff now?
No, we're on the Gokyo.
No, it's a meme.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
But
No,
I'm
memes for
excited for Gotenk stuff, but with a bad leader.
All right.
I
So
just said that. I just said that I think they're gonna make the.
no, I don't think
they're gonna
I don't
reboot
think
the
you
leader.
said that, Noel. I think I heard Gio said it.
They're gonna reboot the leader, dude.
I mean,
Because that leader is
these
like
cards are really good
100%
though.
freaking horrendous.
I mean, these cards are really good. It's just the old leader is not that great.
I mean, I wish they fixed it long ago. I don't know why they took them this long to realize that. Anyway, so the next card is Sun Goten and Trunks Thoughtless Youth. Okay. So activate main by paying 1 green energy. If your leader card is a green Gotenks card and you place 1 card from your left in your drop area, play this card from your hand. Second activate main. If your leader card is a green Gotenks card and you return this card to its owner's hand, look at to 5 cards from the top of your deck and up to 1 green Gotenks card or 1 green Unison card with a specified cost of 2 among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck.
Yep. Like I was saying, like these cards are really good. It's just the leader.
Okay. Next one we have is Gotenks, the Grim Reaper of Justice. Deflect, dual attack, Union Fusion by paying 2 energy, Sun Goten and Trunks Youth. Auto effect, if your leader card is a green Gotenks card, when this card is played, draw 2 cards, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Second auto effect, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO, add up to 1 Sun Goten card and up to 1 Trunks Youth card from your drop area to your hand.
Like it's just value. It kind of seems like the yellow chain from Satan in a way.
You know, I just thought of. This also kind of helps. This also kind of helps the Sun Goten and the Sun Goten and the Trunks Youth from what set is it? The
Set 7.
set 7, yeah, the ones with the red and then the EX evolve into green.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good to me. So you just play those cards and then you Union Fusion into this turn.
You know, we were like, I remember like when we were like ever talking about Gotenks sometimes back in like the early times before we went to like Wish and everything. I remember like they had that Mask Man card that was like a super combo and had like a special ability with it. And I was thinking, why didn't they ever have the chance to just finally make that leader card and then made it based around the Gotenks build? Or just start making another Gotenks build besides the set 10 one we have and let it mirror face about with the youths, you know, because I want to see more of that, especially with the old expansion pack one where they had like
Yeah,
some
I
support.
think they're just gonna reboot that leader, or they're just gonna make a future green Gotenks leader.
Just make a Vegito and like set like the red one and just make it better, and that's it. That's all you gotta do.
The thing is that leader is
Makes it
just
a little
bad. Leader is just like straight up garbage.
It does nothing
What?
but just power up
The
and
Gotenks or the Vegeta?
the Gotenks.
No, the Gotenks.
Oh, okay.
The Vegito is
Yeah,
way
Gotenks.
better. I'd rather play Vegito than Gotenks. Although, you know, it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
great seeing. Although it'd be great if the Gotenks was a red-green card, and that way you can play like the red-green supported, like because that's all they have. Especially that if you remember that Vegito card, that actually like it was a promo card, and you use it when you had like either the Goten, the Trunks, and the Gohan Adolescent.
Oh yeah, that card is just too slow for what it does. You're paying too much, and there's too much. It asks for too much now in the game.
Unless like
Before, when that card first was out, it was disgusting. It was probably like one of the most powerful cards because it was a set 1 card, and there weren't any other sets out. But that card just asks for too much to do anything now.
Oh. Okay. I guess that's pretty much talk about the Gotenks, I guess. Although I really do hope that that Bandai does the right thing and give us either a reprint of the leader or give us a better version, however they can. So the next one we're gonna talk about is Apes, and God They
The
really,
revival of apes.
you know, if you're gonna make apes, guys, make Mecha Frieza good again. Love it.
No, stop.
Yes. Okay, so
Blast.
we got King Vegeta Royal Pride with a yellow unison with 2 yellow marks. Activate main by paying 1 mark, getting +1 mark. If your leader card is yellow, look up 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 mono yellow grade 8 card and mark them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Second mark, paying -4, activate main, play up to 2 mono yellow grade 8 cards with different names and energy cost of 4 or less from your deck, then shuffle your deck.
This definitely brings back apes.
It helps.
I think because Draft Box 6 is supposed to support apes, right? And Harudagar and then something else.
There's a grade 8 Bardock unison from Box 6. So yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you can definitely grab if you want. Well, no, it's just
Or
never mind.
maybe if
That's
it's not a
definitely-
unison, that's what I read. It's a card that will be supported there.
If it's not a unison, I think the draft box cards are going to support the Bardock 8 cards, draft box leader cards, or the one that came out in set 4. Those are the only grade 8 Bardocks, right? Draft box and the set 4, yeah. So I think they're gonna try to target one of those 2 leaders just so it doesn't get out of hand with any yellow.
Raiders Warcry. So
Sorry?
Raiders Warcry is a grade 8 Bardock.
Yeah.
The draft.
I was also gonna say, like, didn't apes come out in set 3, not 4?
No, they came out in set 4.
Really? Apes came out in set 3, if you remember, because the original draft box came after set 2, and
No, it was set 4. Set 4 was when they did all the giant cards.
set 4 is when they did the Goku lineage. Set 3 was when they did apes.
Set 4. It was called Colossal Warfare. And they did Harudagar and they did apes.
I do remember only the apes coming out from set 3, because I remember when that's when they did the Mecha Ape thing, and that's when Shiges came out.
Yeah, that was set 4. Mecha Frieza didn't use apes until set 4, because Mecha Frieza came out during set 3.
No, dude, it was set 3. I remember because I remember as much as from that time. Yes.
You're incorrect, sir.
It was Crossworlds. Like, you know, my mom, I can go ahead and look it up, and then.
I'm up right now. Don't worry about it.
Okay, then you go ahead, look it up, and then see if you can prove me wrong. Because I remember it was Goku lineage, and the only thing I remember was the Bardock drop, which is for that card that people played for that whole Goting thing. And I remember because we did get Draft Box, and it came out after Union Force, and after that, and then when the Ape cards came out, everyone started playing Mecha Apes until Mecha Frieza got errata, and then people were just playing. I don't remember what was the leader for that set until they got the promo Bardock from the next Draft Box.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Ah,
Looked it up.
I told you. Goku lineage was set 4. That's when you started buying me the cards because you didn't like me proxying.
You had so many proxies. It was so annoying.
I was poor. What do you expect?
I don't care. I'll buy you cards if I have to, just so you don't have to proxy, bro. I was annoyed.
Okay.
I was just like,
so you're
I had to pick up every card and read it to make sure what card it was and what it did. You know how annoying that is instead of just looking at a picture and be like, oh, it does this.
Hey, that's what we had to do back in high school for Yu-Gi-Oh! I even had a friend like that, but I don't want to get off the topic for there. But I still miss those days when I worked so hard making those proxies and made you read it. Screw you. So the next card we had is Grade 8 Bardock Might of the Resistance. It is unique, critical, blocker. Permanent, you can only play mono yellow Saiyan cards. Auto, if your leader card is yellow, at the end of a battle where this card is used in a combo from your hand, play this card. Straight up, this card is amazing. That's all I gotta say.
So does this card? I have a question. Does this card like having the card in the deck make you not be able to play anything but mono yellow cards, mono yellow sand cards in the deck, or is it just when the card is on the field you can't have it, you can't play any more cards that aren't yellow mono
I
yellow?
need a ruling on this.
Actually, no. The ruling with Discord is
Holy
that
shit, dude.
Hey,
look,
you
look.
are echoing
You are
super hard
loud
and
as
you
hell.
sound
Holy
so
crap.
far away.
hold on.
Holy crap.
What are you on the John or something?
I'm on my laptop.
Well, your laptop is like loud as hell.
Your laptop microphone sucks.
He's loud and in charge.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, much
There
better.
we go.
Yeah,
That's better.
thank you.
Okay. So the ruling on the ape is that its permanent effect is only active as soon as it hits the field. So
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So
then.
once you have this card on the field, you can't play anything that isn't a mono yellow sand card. Got it.
And that also means
Until
like if you have like non yellow cards and this card's on the field, does that mean those cards have to disappear?
No.
no, so it's gonna be the way it's worded is the same way as one of the Jaren cards, and that's how I can best compare it. Because it states you can only play mono yellow cards, the cards that are in play right now, they will remain on field.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
All right. Next card, Full Moon.
Alright, that card is what makes this card so good. But then again, that's what made every other card so good. So Full Moon's effect is permanent. If you have a grade 8 card in play in your battle area, you can activate this card's activate battle skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. Activate battle, choose up to one of your mono yellow cards and it gets plus 10,000 power for the battle. If it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one grade 8 card in your battle area and switch it to active mode. So with this card, you get to use it on your Bardock that when you attack with the crit, and since it's also a blocker,
So
you can use this to like untap it and then have it to protect you in any cost.
so I'm confused. Okay. So do you still get the 10k if it's your opponent's turn, or you only just switch the card to active mode?
You get the 10k either way, and when it's your opponent's turn is when you get to have one of your ape cards switch to active mode. The 10k is whenever.
That's gross. That's just gross.
Planet Vegeta's coming back, boy.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
because it's obviously shown there, but let's see what it looks like in alternate art.
Oh wait, no, they're reprinting Planet Vegeta with
Yeah, of course.
art. No, I have to get those in foil now. Damn it.
Yeah, why do you think they chose it? Dun, dun, dun.
And then you're getting more cards from Dropbot 6. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, let's get into skill list.
All right.
Mine and Gio's favorite archetype of all time so far.
No, just Gio. I never seen you play shit, dude. All right.
All hail Red Skillless. All hail Red Skillless.
No. So Son Goku Jr. and the debut of Vegeta Jr. Saiyan Scions. Black Unison has 3 marks. First mark +1. Activate main. Choose this card and all of your scaleless battle cards, and they get 5,000 power for the turn. Second mark -1. Activate main. Play up to 2 skillless battle cards with energy cost of 1 from your deck or drop area. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Third mark paid 2. Activate main. Shuffle 2 skillless battle cards from your drop area into your deck. Draw 2 cards.
So I have an opinion about this card.
Denied.
I have an opinion about Black Unisons since there's only 3 so far.
Go on.
And I think nah, don't worry about it. I'm just forget it.
You disappoint me, son. Gio, let's hear your opinion.
I was gonna say something and then Jill was kind of be like, no, you're bad, this and this and this and why.
Look, we're free to say whatever you want. It's the
Why
podcast,
don't
so
you
let's.
could say what you. Yeah, you could. I'm not gonna say you're bad. Just say you're good.
I think since the Black Unison cards don't have specified costs, they shouldn't have just a +1. I think the minimum plus should be a +2. Since you can always just
Kind of
pay
like the Goten. Right?
yeah, so like the Goten, since you can just play it for 1 and then you +2. to do an effect.
So as much as I say that's a good point, at the same time I think it's pretty much I think the reason why they do the +1 because they know that since since black cards don't have like marks or anything for color type, it's pretty much like safe to just start off with just +1 because if you just give them +2 like with the starter Go Tanks one does, it just kind of makes the idea of the card to be more powerful and gives you.
Well,
a
the
chance
thing
to do
is that then you would make the neg, whatever the neg is, a higher cost at that point.
I just think maybe it's like that's maybe a bit too much, but I think that's why they try to limit it to like +1 for a moment so they can start building.
Because this +1 is stupid. You give all skillless battle cards plus 5,000 for the turn. That is stupid.
The other, I mean, that is good, but the other +1 is so good. So hear me out. On the turn you can awaken, right? You play him for 1. You summon 2 red vanilla 1-drops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's say, for example, so you got 2. You awaken. You play the next card under it. You summon 2 more 1-drops, and the other 2-drop, and your leader. So you got 4 1-drops, a 2-drop, Android 8 and Son Goku, and your leader. That's 6 swings.
That's broken.
Dangerous, isn't it?
I just want to make everything from this set except for the Janemba stuff. I don't care about that. And the Go Tanks.
Okay. So the next card we have is Gio's favorite card, Son Goku and Android 8 Bonds of Battle. Permanent this card and skillless battle cards in your battle area can be used in combos and rest mode. Auto, if your leader card is a black Son Goku childhood card, when this card is played, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then play up to 2 skillless battle cards with 10,000 power from your deck, or drop it. Shuffle your deck if you look through it.
This card is absolutely snapped in half. It's probably, outside of the ancients, probably the best card in the whole thing.
It's brought so much power, it killed Krillin again.
Hey man, it's better than Krillin.
Exactly, he killed him. He has nothing in this world anymore.
Well, I mean, you could side the Krillin if you want to kill 5K, so I mean...
Don't bother.
because
There's no point.
he was-
That'd just be a wasted spot. Just stick with this card and call it a day. I'm not that much of a just sticking with Krillin. It's just a murder Krillin because it just has that ability just to work its way to make the deck go faster.
Yeah. Just that. You got them down on life total super early. I think people are going to be annoyed at how good Red
I mean, you
Skull
got
is.
this card, you got that one Unison here, you got the Unison Shenron, you got like all the support for Kid Ku to make its big comeback.
Noel,
It also got its big buyouts and everything for all the supers and specials.
Hey Noel, imagine you all the things that I was telling about that whole combo. Imagine you summon Heartfelt Plea when you're awakening.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Imagine it, Noel, just imagine it.
Stop breaking the game.
No, you say you want to make Keiku, you'll go make Keiku. Alright.
We always must break the game. It's fun.
It's how
So we have this really good Hachiak underneath.
So, yeah, so Hachiak Mad with Hate. I do like its shoulder pads, by the way. It looks pretty awesome. Triple attack, X evolve Hachiak with an energy cost of 8. 2 auto effects. The first one is when a card evolves into this card, switch this card to active mode. The second one is when your opponent activates a counter skill, they choose 1 card in their hand and sends it to their warp. What's also dangerous about this card, it has no specific cost when you do the X evolve, so it just automatically does everything for you. Plus it's
it's a really good card.
So it's basically a free 30k summon.
The card's really good. I don't know how much play it'll see, but it's really good. Belong,
Noel.
Mr. Hatch buddy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
What do you think of this
Tell me
card?
what you think about the Hatch. The other Hatch.
The
Oh.
the 30k free summon X evolve.
They finally have a finisher.
I mean, they could play Who Shot It in Mystery.
Yeah, but this comes out for free.
It does, and you don't risk like if you don't hit anything, like you lose it. So there's that.
Okay. So the next card we have is Max Power Kamehameha.
I love this card. This card is disgusting.
Counterattack.
They literally power crap remote serious pump with this.
Counterattack.
Literally.
Negate the attack. You may send 4 cards from your drop area to your warp. If you do, return this card from your drop area to the hand, and you can activate copies of this card for the turn. Activate main. Choose one card. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy, and send it to their owner's warp.
Vegex absolutely loves this card. It's its new favorite negate. It got removal in the form of a negate, and you could reoccur it. Like what?
Yup.
Like it's just a really good black negate.
Just give me a straight up price value of this, please.
I mean, this is remote serious bomb plus a negate that you get add back. So remote serious bomb right now is like $6 common. So it just does the same thing. So I mean, if we were being fair, it should be the same amount of money.
That's true because it is an anniversary box, so you probably might get it a little bit cheaper. But then, I guess it depends on people just want to get like the foil cards because you know how people are with foils. Okay, so we'll finally get to our final card of the listing, and that is Frost for the Clan, a red unison with 2 marks. It's a blocker, the first unison blocker. So it has 2 marks. First one is +1.
No, it's not.
Okay, whatever. +1, activate main. If your leader card is a red, freeze a BR card. Look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 mono red extra card among them to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Second mark pain -2. Activate main. If your leader card is a red, freeze a BR card. Add up to 2 mono red extra cards from your drop area to your hand.
Broken.
It's really good for the Frieza prison deck.
I think Freezer Prisons might start doing stuff again. It's gonna be a boogeyman again.
Make sure you have all the cards.
It has more stuff to do now, but like Skillless has just gotten so much good support, and that deck already crapped on it before getting all these good cards. So we'll see.
I do like this card. It just gives you like what it needs for that deck.
It's good. Like the anniversary box gave, it's literally AOD the box, but outside of that, there's like really good cards.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this set a lot. It feels more. I know people say that they like last year's better, but last year's really just felt like generic cards plus reprints. Like this year, feel like they actually boosted archetypes.
Yep.
That's agreeable.
Like,
I did like this one a lot more, and they did put a lot more good cards. Although,
because like last year, like the boosted archetype stuff was just like 1 card here or there, and it didn't do much.
although if I do have to say, like, I think last year's reprints of some cards were a little bit better than some cards are getting reprinted. I mean, yeah, like a few cards, like the Bardock, of course, and the Mira, that Vegeta promo that people are playing for Vegex, like that's fine. Like those are really good cards. Like the rest are just kind of shitty.
They reprinted
Like
some good cards.
seriously, Familial Bonds, come on. Why the hell would you ever want to reprint that card?
Well, I mean that is the random one.
That's just
It's really good in red aggro, but like, yeah.
no. Okay, well then let me have Angel here. So Angel, if you unmute yourself, I want to ask you that question. Do you really think Familial Bonds should be reprinted? And if you think so, what was the main reason why?
Hello?
Yeah.
Alright, I think it's now not working.
Okay.
Alright, hello?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Restate that?
Okay, so Familial Bonds, being one of the cards being reprinted in the Special Anniversary box, is one of the most random and dumbest cards to be coming out. It's only for basically like red Shenron decks, I guess, but I mean nobody really cares at this time, and I want to
red
your
aggro
opinion.
decks to play.
Yeah, but
I'm
nobody
not-
wants
I'm
to
not
play
kidding.
this card, and it's pretty dumb. So my question for you
So-
is, do you really
I think they did it for the skill list.
Like,
if you want to be bad.
Yes and no. At the time, remember, Anniversary box was revealed in set 9, if I'm not mistaken. These cards were revealed in set 9. at the time, Familial Bonds was being used around in red decks because it doesn't specify Shenron leader. So you would just resurrect your Fearless Pan, to give your board double strike, and then you would gain a 4-star ball out of that. So that's what the card was being used at the time for. Now, in this current meta, no. I mean, in this current time, I would say yes, now it is a dead card. But we just have to take into account this was revealed back before coronavirus postponed all the sets from coming out.
Okay. Well, see, that's all we want to know. But I feel like still that this card should have not been one of those cards to be reprinted, you know?
I mean, I can see it. Yes, it was a pretty dumb because the card had just came out prior. Like it was, I think, only one set before this or 2 sets prior. Wait, and it was and one isn't even that hard to get a hold of, so the card shouldn't have been. But at the time, like I said, it was being used around, and the set was out of print.
Okay. All right. So I guess that's pretty much all we know. So I guess that's pretty much everything with the special anniversary box that we guys were discussion. I guess Noel probably had to deal with his Discord discussion, or he probably left, so that's fine. So now let's go ahead and talk the remaining time as we can about Gamerz. So let's go ahead and talk about everything that happened at Gamerz. So Angel, since you went to Gamerz about a weekend ago, what's your discussion like? What happened at the Gamerz display? Was it all clean and safe? What was your run up?
That's what we really want to know, because we already saw what decks they could.
Actually, it was really sanitary. Like the way they did it was actually really well. You know, basically, only for the equivalent of about 2 tables together, only 3 people sat on each side of there, fairly spaced out. Every row was spaced out as well. So when it comes to that, they had the hand sanitizer up there too. So
because in the YouTube videos that Eddie's posted, there's some like around 3 people next to each other, like that.
Like I said, there weren't. The only times would be there was only like really 2 tables that were like kind of together, but then again, it looks closer. It looks closer than what it is. Right. It was a little bit closer than what the other tables were, but it was still fairly spaced. It was still fairly spaced out if you gave the proper amount of space. That there's some people that complain about the space when they're given a designated area and they're like, scooting too much to one side. So, but no, the tables, everything was fairly spaced out. It was rather clean. Everyone wore their masks respectively. And really there was no one taking their mask off to eat or anything like that. Everyone took everything they had outside that they needed to. A lot of people were hanging out outside as well. The only complaint there that was out of their control really was AC did malfunction, but it was fixed within an hour. So Gamerz was good. A lot of diversity in the decks I saw up there too. Like, there were a couple handful of Invokers, a couple of Vegex. There was actually quite a bit of different decks floating around. A lot of the but there was a lot of Vegex, Green Goku, and the few Invokers that were floating around. And Sin Shenron was pretty prominent in there too.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because that is tier 1 deck. I think it is the cheapest tier 1 deck you could build.
I mean, yeah, it is tier 1 deck. I do see it now after playing against it. Like, I was on stream when that game happened, so it was a terrible game for the streamers, I must admit, because game 1, both ends did horribly brick. And game 2 just dragged on so long since it was 2 control decks going against each other.
Oof.
Yeah, it was not a fun game.
Yeah, I turned away, I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't hear Frieza. What about the Frieza decks?
There were, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 to 3 of them. Frieza wasn't prominent because no one could get their hands on the Zarbons.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's hard to get the promos right now.
So that was like one of the biggest things that steered away a lot of Frieza. There's, like I said, there's a lot more Green Gokus than anything. That was like that would have to be the most prominent deck there. I did see a Ginyu. I saw a Ginyu
that's it.
floating around.
That's
Played
fair.
against a Hayakiak.
That's
There
surprising.
were a couple of Go Tanks I saw. One additional Topo player besides me was there. I'm just pointing out like the different things I saw. There was,
But your deck was more unique, probably.
yeah, you know, it did its job rather well. You know, besides like it like I said, it did its job rather well. I just lost to Invokers because I made the mistake of forgetting my own looter effect. So he was able to burn me for 6 damage because he went into the 3-drop into the 6-drop in the same turn.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because that's healthy.
So the deck you were
Yeah.
playing was Topo, correct?
Topo control, yes.
And
I finished off in the top 8.
you made the top 8. Okay. So so besides Invoker, was there anyone else that gave you like a hard time during the tournament?
I mean, the Green Goku was a pretty meh matchup. Like, it was against the protected form of it, so we just both sat back there and waited until time. But that one
That
was
sounds boring.
Huh?
That sounds so boring.
It does. There's nothing that neither player can do. So he was able to take that game because it was either I was gonna tech out or he was gonna eventually aggro me down because I had no response to anything. But and then there's just Vegex that was out there just
A
hitting
winner.
back. Huh?
The best deck in the format. Vengeance.
No, I mean I couldn't stop when he literally on his turn 1 when I haven't even charged yet. He had 5 battle cards out. I just sat there like, okay, that's
Yeah.
luck. He hit the perfect mill, so
It's not lucky. It can be done if it's 50 cards. Yeah, that's
I
20
mean-
50.
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
the deck does that.
Okay.
So that was just it. But
All right.
besides that, there's nothing real problems that I had.
All
Like I
right.
said, I could have beaten the Invoker had I remembered, and then I just got tilted afterwards. But Gamerz is actually, like I said, pretty diverse in the meta. Well, in the decks being played there.
My boy Gohan getting top 4. So happy.
I'm upset. I would have played against the Gohan. I wanted to play against the Gohan player because Release from Evil, you know, shut down the entire deck. So
But
what deck
he was
did
in
win?
a turn. He was in a turn 2 kill Gohan though.
Which,
One of mid range.
which deck won the Gamers tournament?
Badgex, like I just said.
Of course. Did you actually get to catch Alex? Because I heard he was also participating in the Gamers tournament.
Durnfield?
Yes.
Oh.
Alex, yeah, we rode up together. He was playing Vegex.
Did you face him in the tournament?
I did not face him. No, he didn't do the best. Let's just say that he finished 2-2-2 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
He did. He's scrubbed out.
All right.
Just be honest.
Okay.
Well, that's,
He did scrub out. So
I guess not many can win them all or learn how to master the power of Vegex.
yeah. But
Badgex is a super technical deck. It's not a deck you pick up and play.
you
Okay.
pick up, you mill, you play your cards, you have fun.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
let me ask one last question. If you would see the change, if Gio here was in the tournament, let's say he entered and hit the way he played him a bit in online, do you think Yeovani may have changed the game around at the tournament? You know, the way how his playstyle goes?
Change his. If Gio was playing, I never played against Gio with Vegex, because he's the type of person that will never play a meta, play his deck. He can play a tournament online.
His is more like I mill and I wolf these guys and then just automatically do these crazy plays and just annihilate you and hit your life real hard for like, you know, just straight up aggro.
I mean, once again, it just came down to like who he would face. Like it's hard for me to, like I said, it's hard for me to analyze a deck I've never even seen him play, let alone with his playstyle put into it. So it's hard for me to really analyze it. He could have made an impact there, like I said. A lot of different decks, there were a lot of free wins too that I've noticed. So like I had a free win against Zamasu and Hachiak. So those two were rather easy to play against. One other deck, I just want to make an honorable mention to this one, but Jonathan had scrubbed out in top 32, but he went undefeated with Zamasu.
But
Right.
it's not Agri Zamasu. He made it a mid range build. I thought it was very crucial.
So why he dropped out?
Yeah. Huh?
Why he dropped out?
He scrubbed out.
Oh, because he didn't do too
And
well.
in top 32, he lost. To
Shadow Dragon.
Yep, he lost to the Sin Shenron player that I beat.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what happened. But that deck was pretty. It was pretty strong for what it did in this.
Zamasu is like really. He's good, and he changed it for it to fit his playstyle.
Yeah.
I liked what he brought to the table.
Yeah, it was really unique. I liked it. I'll admit that.
Okay. Well, it's actually been good to hear about the Gamerz tournament, and I hope you had a lot of fun, you and Alex. I know Alex didn't do well, but maybe the next time we'll probably see. We do have the upcoming championship, folks, so go to your next nearest store championship.
Your store championships and pick up your secret rare Shenrons and Champ Packs event packs.
That's right. So if
The
you guys,
hype is real.
So if you guys want to
with
go
the-
ahead and join the PBG championships, we do have one from August 8th to the 22nd. So go ahead and sign as you can. Go ahead and receive your promo synchro Sin Shenrons, because once after those enterings and after those tournaments, that's it. They're no longer going to be around. If you're going to purchase them, they're going to skyrocket. So be ready, because we do know Shadow Dragons are going to come out. They're going to be the next big thing once we get set 11. So anyway, guys.
I mean, Shadow Dragons did really good in Virginia. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, guys, is there any last things you want to say before our season finale?
We're looking forward to the store championship, only set 10 cards format, and see where the meta goes from here, Kevin.
Okay. So we will be back very much soon. I see we'll just take a break. We'll come back right after the store championships qualifyings or anything that's afterwards will be done. So we'll come back within about a month. So in the meantime, gives us a little chance to take a breather. So stay home, stay safe, make sure you wash your hands, put on a mask whenever you go, take care of yourself, and be good to each other, because
Don't get fined.
the world's still messed up, and we want everyone to be a-okay, especially for the card games. If you are going to buy cards, just remember to take it one limit at a time. Don't go crazy, because then you're good, because you got to make sure a lot of people have sold not just their cards, but they sold a lot of their own belongings, to survive. So just be very careful out there, be safe. We will be back very much soon, and we will take care of ourselves as well. So I do want to thank Noel, though he already had left, I guess. So we thank him for coming in. I always thank everyone here this season that came out. I thank Alex, I thank Cam, I thank
Sandy Cater,
Sandy
the Apple
Cater.
Master.
I thank Sandy Cater from the first episode. He did a great job. Of course, we also got Cedric. We also had Flips, and of course, I do thank as well Angel for always coming in most of the time to these episodes, giving us the updates and all his strategies, and of course our big top player here, who's been here more than Sandy himself.
It's funny, Kevin. Like, so many podcasts are popping up after we started doing ours.
Exactly. Of course, there are some others before us too, but I guess that
But yeah,
I guess some people might love to hear us after we post it. And of course, I do want to thank most of all the one man who gave all his ideas to let me do this podcast. That's Yeovani. See, without him, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast recordings, and giving him, who is the play-by-play guy here in the podcast, gives us all the infos and everything. And without him, the show pretty much would be kind of boring and lame, and it'd be just be out of a job.
hey man, hey. We gotta heel host that has no sides. You make it entertaining too, Kevin.
I know. And I do also thank everyone
Team
here. It's been pretty great working here, being back again on YouTube and and doing all this hard work and everything, doing the best I can for me and my family as well.
Just make sure everyone likes, comments, subscribes, follow us. We're just getting ready for the next school semester as well.
That's right.
I just transferred to FIU, Kevin. I got accepted and all that.
Man, that's a real congratulations. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna try to finish up everything, so maybe I might join you soon. It'll take me a while, but I'm gonna try to go ahead and start taking a couple classes. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. So give this video a like, comment, share this to your friends, subscribe if you're new.
Comment to us.
Just go ahead.
Tell us.
Go ahead and support the channel. Do everything we can. We'll do as much updates we can. We'll see you back in a month. This is Sports Striker and everyone else signing off.